We desire to go to Jerusalem because in the scriptures 3 times in the year you are supposed to be able to go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem to pay your respects unto God. Why do they not want us to go to Jerusalem to take our offering? Our fathers in former times went in multitudes unto Jerusalem. Who is it that desires that we not go to Jerusalem to pay our respects unto the omnipotent God?
Spiritually oppressing all my people like Malachi 3:8, pass the plate, let's teach. Read the whole chapter, you pastors is like Hosea 4:6, don't forget not teach. Ezekiel 8:14, they weep for who? Who's that? The cross is a lower T for that deity. Do your research. Jeremiah 23:27. Forgot his name for Lord, sharpen my sword for the kneel to the floor, say no more, repent. Y'all gotta repent. Luke 1:5, the course was Abijah. 1 Chron 24 verse 10. Ha! Now I know the birth of the Messiah. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 though. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Let him go. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. Leviticus 11, still people eating swine. Isaiah 65 verse 4, no swine. Isaiah 66 verse 3, no swine. Okay. Oh, you gonna need the New Testament, right? Matthew 5:17 through 19, listen. 2 John verse 6, this love I listen. Romans 2:13, now what? Who said? I said that. Read Exodus so we can exit this. Say John Borgier, chillin', drippin', spiritual. Oppressing my people, wondering 40 years. Yahuwah is my savior and king, now listen. Yahusha means the father is salvation. John 3:18, you see why believe. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Say what? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Can't walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Straight up. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. What? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people Pharaoh. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. You gotta have faith, but according to the Romans 9:1-5, why you lie? My flesh is of Yasharel, you better tell. Psalms 83, crafty counsel I see. Got us working on Shabbat, on Sunday preaching. Psalms 91, in him I trust Yahuwah. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, it all relates. Atlantic slave trade back in Egypt now. 2 Kings 17, 5-19. Continue to read though. Romans 11, don't boast up, listen. As we return, this fire burns in me. Baruch atah Yahuwah Avinu, translate that. Hebrew, I mean.
But if the trumpet does blow, we are concerned and we are troubled. But let all the inhabitants of the world know we're not afraid. Stay in your places. Do not leave the village of peace.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Zion.
Shalom, brother Linzel.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother Araya.
Shalom.
And
brother.
also shalom, brother Huey. Glad to see y'all up in the building with us. I know we missed last week, but it was a little hectic last week, so you know we had to step away from the platform or whatnot. But it's been a lot going on. Man, we got a lot to cover, right?
Mm-hmm. Make up for last week. Some stuff that went down that we didn't get to touch on.
Right. One of those things was Trump talking about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, and he put the pictures up as them being primates, gorillas, apes, or whatever. And it that was something big. It started up an uproar or whatnot.
It ruffled a lot of people's feathers.
It did ruffle some feathers.
And the fact that he stood 10 toes on it.
Right.
Did not apologize to this day.
He didn't apologize, y'all. The pride in Esau's heart to stand 10 toes down on that,
Mm-hmm.
And then, I look at the people who supporting Trump, mainly our brothers or whatnot, and them not seeing, how can I say it?
The evil.
The evil, yeah, right. The evil of of Esau. He's showing his horns, and it's like y'all still don't see him. It was this one politician, the one that says there's no racism. America is not racist. You know what I'm talking about?
The black guy?
Yeah. That dude who ain't got no hair on his face, look weird as hell. That dude. He they giving him a lot of hell because he okay, I guess he's starting to, wake up just a little bit. Because he was disturbed by what Trump did, and he probably one of Trump's best supporters or whatnot, number one supporters, other than Nicki Minaj, but him being a politician. What you got to say about it?
I mean, as far as the video, black people was outraged, but in the same breath, we not surprised. We know he racist.
Okay, and Brother Linzel said anything to distract from those files.
I said, remember I told you that when we was discussing what's been going on, it's like he basically told everybody, y'all need to quit asking about them files. What's so interesting about it? My man dead. Don't ask no questions. Don't worry about it. And so then you have stuff like this where Trump basically, like I said, he stood 10 toes down. He put it on one of his staffers saying that the video in context has something to do with voting, and that was a clip from The Lion King. And basically, I don't know what y'all all worked up about. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm not about to apologize. I don't feel remorseful for nothing. Y'all basically wasting breath. And then you got America being torn. I think the majority of people synced it as foul. But then you got white people who was like, well, we all come from apes. So what's the big deal?
I beg to differ.
You got people who even reporters was asking him, about apologizing, but of course he wasn't. But again, I'm with Brother Linzel. So much has been coming out with them files and the unedited version, something to that effect. Like the politicians supposedly synced the unedited versions of things, and they was disgusted. But I just think at this point, I feel like ain't nothing gonna come of it. Because why not? Y'all could have been arrested these people or do whatever. They not gonna do it. They covering for each other. Even Jasmine Crockett, I think they was in the Senate hearing and she was going off.
Yeah.
And what's to come of it? Nothing.
Exactly. And we got a video showing these politicians or whatever talking about why they can't do it. Why they can't, do something about it or whatnot. But we got a video here of Trump, they say he took it down or whatever. But we got the video, so y'all know we'll be right back. Hold on.
We are learning now that the White House has taken down that racist social media post from President Trump's Truth Social account. And remember, the post went up shortly before midnight last night, and what it showed was a video about the 2020 elections, which ended with a quick cut to a cartoon image of Barack and Michelle Obama depicted as cartoon apes. It was widely criticized throughout the morning as racist, including by Senator Tim Scott, an ally of the president up on Capitol Hill. And now the White House has taken that image down from the Truth Social feed. And the White House says, a White House official emailing me a short time ago saying, a White House staffer erroneously made the post. It has been taken down. So the White House confirming that that image has been removed from the president's feed and saying that a staffer erroneously made the post. Scott, back over to you.
You know Trump, he gonna put it on somebody else.
Zero consequences.
Right, knowing he did that.
No accountability. And I think most of us didn't really expect none. I just think the Most High is going to be the one to avenge this. None of these politicians, senators, these cabinet people, they not going to do nothing because either them or somebody close to them is in it too, as far as the Epstein files. And they're powerless. And or they could get unalived. So they like, we not really about to say nothing about that. And this right here, I just think is the distraction and just kind of just to let us know, like, don't forget. Like, y'all want to be dignified and y'all want to act like it's 2026 and you can kind of rebel or have freedom of speech and all of this, these rights that was afforded to you. Don't get it twisted. This is a racist country. It's ran by a white European man, and what we say go, and we the judge, jury, and executioner. And if you don't like it, you can leave. But this is how they really feel. You heard this man could have. You know how sometimes somebody will say they felt the type of way if you did something, and you like, I ain't mean it like that. It wasn't like that. But if it made you feel, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize and tell you I'm sorry, just off the strength, just to kind of, keep everything copacetic. And he like multiple times, they like, so Mr. President, do you want to apologize? Take this as an opportunity to, and he like, what? Because all I think about is that time where they was like, do you think you're going to go to heaven? It just remind me that like he already told y'all what he was on. So don't be shocked that he not remorseful or he not going to apologize. They are prideful people.
Right. And then the guy, what is his name? Tim Scott? Is that his name? Tim Scott. That's who we was talking about. The dude with no facial hairs and he looked weird as hell. And he brown nosing for the president or whatnot, but they own him, because he's like trying to defend the Obamas and he's going against Trump as far as what he did and by putting that thing out.
And he ain't supposed to.
Right.
He getting out of line.
Right. Exactly. Y'all know how they do it. Like, sit your ass down, get in your place. You a attaboy. Exactly. Exactly, right.
A boot-licking trustee.
Right, but this next video is about as far as what would happen if they bring up these charges or if they do anything, you know what I'm saying, about the situation or whatnot.
Yeah.
But we'll be right back.
Recognized. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Bondi, I went over to the department yesterday for a couple of hours to review some of the unredacted materials. And I am looking forward to your detailed explanation for why you have withheld almost half of the documents, which is required by the bill. Now, obviously, there are 3 million documents, so I didn't get through much. But one thing I didn't see was the client list that you said you had on your desk a year ago. I did, however, find a couple of important documents. An 86-page prosecution memo from the Southern District of New York and a draft indictment from Florida against Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirators. For reasons that I cannot understand nor are permitted by the bill, they were still redacted, even for members of Congress. So, Ms. Bondi, will you commit right here to immediately providing those two documents in unredacted form to members of Congress? Not a complicated question.
Well, I guess it is for you because you have a law degree and those are privileged.
Okay, they're not privileged, but we will discuss that later. I also found an email that I have right here from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell that was unredacted, and it included notes of statements that Donald Trump made about his prior relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, there is no reason for this to be hidden from the American people. There is no privilege, there is no attorney-client privilege, and I see you're checking with your staff, and I can assure you, staff, this is not under attorney-client privilege because it was sent from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. Will you commit to publicly providing the unredacted version of this so that the American people can understand the extent of Donald Trump's lies about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein?
You're about as good of a lawyer today as you were when you tried to impeach President Trump in 2016. Have you apologized for that in 2019?
So will you unredact this? Will you
You're
unredact
lead
this?
counsel on that. Privileged.
I'm asking you, will you unredact this?
Privileged.
Privileged, of course. I look forward to discussing this more. Now, these are obviously improper redactions.
And let me stop you a minute.
I'm talking.
If they're not privileged,
Quiet.
don't yell at me. If they're not
Mr. Chairman, would you
privileged,
stop the clock? This is on your time. It's not on Mr.
If
Goldman.
they're not
Even though
privileged,
you used your
if we review
improper
them and they're not-
redaction
You'll like my answer.
to
If we
continue
review
to
them and they're not
protect
privileged,
Time belongs to the
we will
member.
be happy to release them.
And we'll
after
stop the
review.
clock. We'll stop the clock. Time belongs to the member. Go ahead.
even though you used improper redactions to protect Donald Trump and other predators associated with Jeffrey Epstein, you did the exact opposite thing with the survivors and victims of this scheme. So their identification information was really the only thing required to be redacted, and it was not. And it's clear this was not a mistake. This was not by accident. This was not because you only had 30 days when you really used 75, and that doesn't even include all the hours last March that you were redacting it. But I'll tell you why it's clear it wasn't a mistake. There is an email entitled Epstein Victim List. There are 32 names. One is redacted. 31 are not. So someone looked at it and decided to redact something. And I will tell you that that is clearly intentional to intimidate these survivors and victims. Now, in an interview last week...
How will you tell me that's intentional?
In an interview last week, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche
You can't go off script.
said that any victim that wants to speak with the department has done so, hopefully. Well, thanks to the incredibly brave people sitting here behind you, we can actually ask them if that's true. Now, would the survivors and victims who are here please stand up one more time? Just by show of hands, how many of you or your loved ones actually have met with the Department of Justice and provided testimony and evidence? None. And of those of you who have not met, which is everyone, how many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them. And of those of you, all of you who have reached out, how many of you were denied or ignored by the Department of Justice? All of them. And despite the shameful and despicable efforts by Ms. Bondi and her department to intimidate you, how many of you are still willing to speak to the Department of Justice? All of them. Well, Ms. Bondi, it looks like you have some more witnesses
Gentleman's
to
time has
talk to,
expired.
and I yield back.
We will go to the good gentleman from North Carolina.
Okay, I didn't hear him mention, what the title is on this video, and it says the Attorney General Bondi says if we prosecute everyone, the whole system will collapse.
I seen that. I seen it come out of her mouth, and she right. That's one thing she telling the truth about.
Let this goddamn thing collapse. Goddamn it.
Let it burn.
Hell yeah, let this goddamn place burn. But it's like it trips me out because people, you know, and it's a lot of our people can't see the bullshit. You know, we got pedophiles, damn, what do we call it? Sodomites ruling over us. Mm-hmm. And I'm highly offended of that. Mm-hmm. I don't want those type of people ruling over me. You know, you got these people who did this stuff, you know, but when it comes to us, man, they're gonna nail us to the goddamn coffin or whatnot. R. Kelly, P. Diddy, you know, P. Diddy, it wasn't even about a pedophile. He sexual assault or something like that. But you can see the bias, you know.
Yeah, you can see the bias, but I think it's a few different things going on here. I think what she said is absolutely true. It will collapse the whole system, which we don't necessarily have a problem with.
Right.
But the facade, the mask that's over the American people, that's another thing that they want to keep in place. They don't want the American people to know, like you said, that the leaders who run the country are criminals.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right, Brother Huey. This is childish as hell, man.
Yep.
Really.
Them going back and forth when we all see it for what it is. Even the people who don't want to see it, who want to act like this don't exist. I think pretty much everybody see it for what it is. People just feel helpless. They don't know what to do.
Right, Brother Lenzel. She keep arguing the straw man. Exactly. It's crazy, man, because you know, again, and I go back to our people and, you know, them supporting this type of bullshit. You know, the government, feeling like the government, you know what I'm saying, gonna save America. Mm-hmm. President gonna save America. Everything gonna go back to normal, but
they the ones that's lying.
Exactly, right.
Like he said, Attorney General.
Right,
doing
exactly.
This, like, it's just, it rips the facade and the fantasy of what this country said it was away from people, and it causes hysteria and chaos and panic and worry. And they don't want the people. They want the people to be good little sheep, go to work, pay your bills. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to realize who's really in charge. Now, we dug deeper on this recently, and I know a lot of y'all know that Epstein, you know, all of that was supposed to have been a setup. He was supposed to have been like a small hat agent to set them all up to give into their own temptations, because ain't nobody forced them, and to just, you know, have them blackballed, or what's the word for it, when you hold something over somebody's head,
blackmail.
To blackmail them into doing whatever, because we all know that they doing whatever for the small hat community. Exactly. So it's levels to it, but at the end of the day, these people are evil. They are devils, and there's nothing new under the sun. The same stuff they doing now is the same stuff that they was doing back in pagan Rome, like Constantine's time. It's the same thing that they was doing when they first came over here and stole this land, as far as them pillaging women. The atrocities that they doing to children ain't no different than sacrificing these kids to Molech. A lot of people owe the so-called conspiracy theorist community apologies, because people have been saying this for years about these politicians. These kids coming up missing is not no organic thing. This is planned. And someone told me, Edomite told me, I forgot to tell you, that y'all know the school pictures we took. It's one company, and I didn't even get to look into this. It just made sense to me, though. The company is called Life Touch. They have the conglomerate on school pictures. Now, y'all remember back in the day when we was coming up, in order for you to get a school picture, you had to pay. The only way, and you was in the class picture, right? But for you to get a picture, your parents had to pay. Well, a few years ago, if you can remember, they started giving everybody pictures of their kids for free, because it was an identity if your child get lost sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the Edomite at the job was like, I don't even know where they got it from, but they was telling me, like, yeah, Life Touch is supposed to be owned by one of them people. So long story short, the school pictures every year was basically the catalogs for them to go through to pick and choose. And it just makes so much sense if you think about it. Why do the kids got to take, especially now, everybody got camera phones. Why do everybody take pictures of their kids on the first day of school on they self anyway? So I just thought that was really interesting.
Right, exactly. Go ahead, read that.
Who is this? Who is
this?
Fish
Is
King?
Araya.
Brother Araya says, every other day on the local news, a heathen is arrested for CP or molestation, and these heathen don't bat an eye.
Right.
Absolutely right. I told y'all about the Brew Drummer Boy, or Drummer 1980. His whole channel was dedicated to this. His whole channel.
Oh yeah, I remember you had.
He puts nothing but posts about this, and you'll never see it make national. It might make local, but it don't even make national. But they do this so much, even to their own children. They do this on a very high satanic level because they are they're evil. They have sexual perversions that we wouldn't even be able to understand.
Exactly.
And they're just the children of the devil. So this is stuff that they do so much, and they've blinded people with work. I swear, they have people so caught up in work that people can't even concern themselves or have the energy to focus on these things because they're so tired and consumed with work. And then they gave us social media, which most people use it just to goof off for entertainment, cable TV, these games, these arenas, the Roman games, the modern day, like the Super Bowl, all that stuff to distract people. But really, they're politicians. And I'm going to say mayors and down, you probably all right. But governor and up, please, bought and paid for.
Yeah.
So the American people it's like they know it, but they don't want to know it, but they can't unsee it because everybody's talking about it.
Right.
Every time something happens, people be like, okay, but what about them files? Trump said that he was going to expose all of this. And the fact that he's done a 180, so many of the maggots are like pissed at him like, you lied to us. They're heartbroken. Now, he got his diehards. Don't get me wrong. He got his diehards.
You're right.
He got the ones who act like, like the stuff that they doing to these children, it's almost hard to comprehend, right? Because to us, it's like, what? Mm-hmm. But you have to face reality for what it is. And there's so many people who are so, what's the word for it? It's so shocking and unbelievable. It's like they can't even believe it.
Right.
But they know it to be true. Right. Yes, your president lied and was over there doing God knows what. Your Beyonce's, whoever name you could think of. Because in order to get there, you have to sacrifice, and it ain't to the Most High God.
Yep, you got to basically sell your soul.
You got to pay the piper.
Exactly.
So all of that, us talking about people selling their souls and people, y'all conspiracy theorists, y'all know what y'all talking about. Yeah, you ain't. I mean, it's not like a literal thing, I guess. It's you're going against your morals and everything that God put in you for money, for status, to be in those rooms, for paper dollars, for some mansions in Beverly Hills, and you got to sit up and eat human and feces and get urinated on and God knows what else that they're doing, abducting people, children. You have people I've read who's so deep in it that they like have babies literally and give their babies over to them, a modern day Moloch.
Yeah.
Like they have, they have women who literally give birth to children, like they said about the nuns and the Catholic priests. Like the priest was getting the nuns pregnant and they was sacrificing the offspring from those unions. Absolutely.
And then you got to think too, though. The Most High, He made these people wicked. And when you say that to people, they look at you like, not my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we know in the scriptures that the Most High, He don't think like that. He don't think like us, and we don't think like the Most High. So, I mean, it's, again, who can resist the will of God?
We was talking a couple weeks ago. You remember I was telling you I had started doing a more in-depth study, like revisiting the flood.
Right.
And remember I was telling you, I was like, the earth was so evil after the sons of God defiled themselves with the daughters of man. Mm-hmm. The earth was so evil. The Most High said repents in him that he even made man and he was finna kill everything. So imagine how evil. See, it's hard for us to comprehend this, one, because we're children of the Lord, and for two, we've been so brainwashed in this society and consumed with work and trivial things that it's certain things that we just don't even think can exist because it's not our reality and our norm. Right. Think about how evil the earth was that the Most High said, I'm finna destroy everything except Noah and his family and their wives. Right. And the pure blood animals.
Exactly.
The Most High destroyed everything. So when I look at that, I think about, dang, what was mankind doing that was so bad that God said, I wish I wouldn't have never made you, ninjas. And then I think about moving forward hundreds of years later to during slavery, chattel slavery, and them cutting babies out of wombs. Like, if we know for a fact, undeniable, that they cut babies out of pregnant women, how could this be far-fetched? Eating babies and sacrificing babies and doing inappropriate sexual things with children. I can absolutely believe it.
I mean, I seen...
especially for them.
Right. I ran across something that said something about, y'all found out that these people are eating kids and y'all still eating McDonald's or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn. And I know that's going to go over a whole lot of people's head. And they're going to still be, pulling up in the McDonald's drive-thru like, hey, it is what it is. But you said something earlier about, them brainwashing, us or whatnot. And you got people who look down on people who, ain't really educated like that. And I feel like it's a good thing, that people are not educated as far as with this system and this, what they feeding them, because it can destroy your brain. It can have you where you goddamn can't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the people that we see that we like, damn, the Officer Tatum's, the Tim Scott's, the goddamn Jesse Lee Petersons and whatever, the Uncle Toms. Who was my man? What is my man name? From the Boondocks, Uncle Ruckus. The Uncle Ruckuses, their mind is destroyed, and you can tell because they be educated. These men be educated as hell. They know all their little history and all that stuff that was fed to them, not the real history, but their history. But I just wanted to, let that be known, you know what I'm saying, as far as, them brainwashing.
The knowledge of this world is foolishness.
There you go, right
to
there.
the Most High.
Exactly.
But people, because everything's upside down, so people look down on you if you just got a GED or a high school diploma. You don't have no higher education. You don't have no credentials behind your name.
Right.
People look down on you, and then they worship the people who do have those things. And so it becomes a situation where the deeper you go into the American education system, the more lost you can be as far as the spiritual aspect of life. Or you can get deeper into it and you can learn the truth.
Right, yeah.
It just depends. But I completely get what you're saying. But a lot of our people and low-level Edomites are so torn by this and heartbroken. It's like their world has crashed because they realized that the American dream was a lie. We all had to accept that was a lie, trying to aspire to really be a lot and be successful in this world. I do think there was a time for it, depending on when you was born. You might have hit a lick and got the American dream and, had some investments or whatever. But ultimately, we know we under the curses. We know that these people are evil and wicked, and what's done in the dark comes to light. And the Most High said that. And we, in a year of the Most High, this is the time where he's exposing, people, Jew and Gentile, for the things that they're done. The Most High give us all space to repent. And if you don't repent, then you got to get the judgment, whatever that is for you. And these Edomites and their kingdom has been exposed for what it is. But the scriptures even told us, woe to a town that's built on bloodshed.
Exactly.
So we know these people are murderers.
Right.
Or unalivers. We know that they will all these kids ain't just coming up missing. Remember when we was coming up, it was the face on the back of the milk carton, or that paper that would come to your house. Have you seen me? But now it's just a mass scale, and come to find out, this is orchestrated. It's not organic. Your kids ain't just running away. It's orchestrated.
Exactly, yeah.
Roblox. I know y'all may have heard of it. I know y'all don't have little ones like that, but Roblox is I don't even know what to call it. It's a video game with an unlimited amount of video games. I used to think Roblox was one game.
I'm still not familiar with it.
Roblox,
I don't know why.
it's how can I make us to understand it? It's like, okay, how can I put it? Okay, you know where you would go to Blockbuster?
Right.
You would go to Blockbuster is the movie place, but it's a whole bunch of movies up in there.
Right.
So that's Roblox. You go to Roblox, but Roblox ain't a game. It's a whole bunch of games in that. Roblox is not one single game. Just like you go to Blockbuster, it's not one single movie was at Blockbuster.
Right.
It was hundreds. So that's just kind of the way I guess I can try to explain it.
Okay.
Or you go to the mall. It ain't one store at the mall. It's hundreds of stores in the mall.
And this is actually a kids game?
This is an app. This is kids. This is games going all the way back to Mario, Zelda, Atari, all the way up till now video
we
games.
See it, baby girl. We see it.
Our daughter came to bring it. She heard us talk about Roblox, so she came to show us this Roblox. So Roblox, whoever created it is evil because they got a feature where you can interact with other people. Now, we all know adults play video games, but video games is mostly children.
Right.
So you got me and your age talking to little kids, and y'all know just last couple weeks ago, them two sisters ran off. They was 12 and 14. They ran off with a guy, a grown man that they met from Roblox. And I'm just bringing up Roblox to say, you think the Roblox creator was just an innocent person, or is he orchestrated? This is all together. Shalom,
Shalom.
From the cornfields of. Oh no, I thought it said corn. My bad.
Yeah, it said cornfields
of
Nebraska.
Cornfields of Nebraska. Okay, Shalom. We appreciate you pulling up. We in Detroit, Michigan.
This is Ted Hiker.
So yeah, so I just wanted to add that in. You have so many different venues who underlying existence is to entrap children, like Roblox, for example. What I just told y'all about the 12 and 14-year-old sisters, some man came from a whole nother state to pick them up. They have been chatting with him online without their parents' knowledge, and he came and picked them up. Now, I don't know their ethnicity, and come to find out they were okay. They got them back. Exactly. Okay, that's a good way to put it. It's an open world.
Okay. All right.
That's a good way to put it.
Brother Lindsay.
But my point I just wanted to bring out is that you have these forums where adults and children interact, and it's there's no regulation. So children can be coerced or abducted, or anything can happen to them, and it's not just a fluke in the system. Oh, they didn't realize that. They know exactly what they're doing with these games and these apps.
Exactly.
Now, our kids know what's up. I already talked to them, but it's some parents who don't really check it behind their kids and what they doing, and they talking to grown men getting abducted.
Man, yeah, we got to watch what our kids is doing, you know.
Because as an adult man, why is you chatting with a child anyway?
Exactly, right. That's weird as hell.
If you that thirsty to play a video game, and this is me having grace, if you're that thirsty to play with somebody online and you realize you're playing with a child, why not just mute your mic and play in silence?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is you talking to this child?
Right. Exactly.
I just don't see why an adult would need to be talking to a child.
Right.
Without parental consent.
Exactly.
Other than you a creep.
Exactly. I wanted to get into this next video that I'm about to show, and it kind of lines up with the Bible, the scripture, you know. Let's just look at the video, and then we're going to bring the scripture out after we look at the video. So we'll be right back.
So in Iran, they have been destroying several Baal statues in several different sites that they have the Baal statues. But one thing that I want to point out before I get to the meat and potatoes is that in one of the locations, they have an Israeli flag, they have a picture of Trump, and they have a picture of Jeffrey Epstein. on the ball statue. Now, obviously, we know that he is a symbol for a old god, an ancient god. And one of the things that are sacrificed to Baal is children. Babies are sacrificed to Baal. And why would there be a picture? They're burning it with a picture of Trump and Epstein on it. And I believe that this is signifying that they are coming down, and Trump is one of the culprits of this whole satanic agenda. If he's not the culprit of it, he is for sure the face of it all, him along with Jeffrey Epstein. I believe this is also symbolization for America falling, because I do believe that America worships a different God than the God of the Bible. I believe that there's a C word that I believe you can't say on here anymore, but there was a land called Canaan back in the day, and y'all know what I'm going to say next, right? I believe that America and Israel worship the gods of those people, 110%. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the people over there in the blue and white are from that land of people, if you know what I mean.
All right, now, okay, as far as going into the scripture, I want to go to Jeremiah 50 and 2. Read that for me.
Jeremiah 50 and 2. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard.
This, and I feel like, let me go back to this video.
In Iran, they have been destroying
like
several ball statues and several.
I feel like this is the sign, the standard. You know, read that again?
From the top.
Yeah, read from the top.
Jeremiah 50 and 2. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard.
And set up a standard. This is the standard right here. Go ahead.
Publish and conceal not.
Right.
Say, Babylon is taken. Baal is confounded.
And this is the confoundment of Baal. Iran is, this is the work of the Most High. Right? This is the Most High's will. He taking down they statues and you know, they symbolism and all that stuff first. That's the first step. Right? And then we know we're going to get into, you know, the physical, the taking down of Babylon, you know, the destruction of Babylon, the fall of Babylon, right? Well, go ahead and read the rest of that.
Merodach is broken in pieces.
Right there.
Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces.
And all these images are going to be broken in pieces or burnt up.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Because when I seen this video, I was like, wait a minute. I'm familiar with a scripture in the Bible where it talks about Baal being, you know, destroyed, the images and all that.
And the Iranians know.
Exactly, right.
They haven't forgotten. They know who they really are in prophecy.
Exactly.
Who they worship, and they got a target on their back. I seen a video today. I wish we would have pulled something about this, but I seen a video saying that the Venezuela oil grab was America's way to get at. Go ahead.
No, he's just speaking back on the kids or whatever. They using the voice changes, and you know I got voice changes all on my computer or whatever. So
really,
I know what you're talking about.
Know.
Oh yeah.
That I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah, I could go on and on about that type of stuff because my kids are gamers. So I have to spend a lot of time monitoring their games, talking to them about it. But we do sweeps. We randomly sweep.
Yeah.
And until you get a certain age, you ain't even allowed to have no mic and chat with people. You can't even play online.
Exactly.
But they are gamers in my house. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But I do make sure that my kids are aware of what's going on and how they use those platforms to prey on children.
Right, exactly.
Oh, but that's what I meant to tell you. So I seen this video and they said that the abduction of, what's his name, the Venezuela president? Maduro was twofold. We know it was an oil grab, but the video said that Venezuela had been supplying Cuba with oil, and now that America got Venezuela oil on lock, Cuba is about to run out of oil.
I seen that. It was like they had 24 hours worth of until it was empty.
I'm glad you've seen it too. What I'm talking about, and I'm like, you know, Cuba don't mess with America.
Right. Oh yeah.
We learned that years ago.
Right. They don't mess with the cars. None of that stuff. They don't.
Nothing. They one of the few countries that ain't no American.
Right.
And you ain't about to see no Ford Taurus.
Exactly.
Over there. So it was just interesting to me to see. I'm like, okay, here go another country that it's like they are a terror, a cancer spreading throughout the earth.
Right. And it's like, you know, it's messed up because you live in America and it's like, damn, you know, you got all these countries that's turning their back on America and really seeing what America, you know, for who she is. And you know, this is a wicked, racist country, and people like to walk around with blindfolds on, like I don't see nothing or I don't hear nothing. And it's, you know, because everything's good for them. Yeah. But it's about to be taken away from them. I mean, it's...
People want to go to work, make their money, take care of their families, and be comfortable. You know, you got people who want wealth, so they're going to do whatever to chase money. But at the end of the day, most people are average, and the average American just want to be able to go to work, pay their bills, come home, watch their cable or their sports, drink a beer, you know, take their kids to Little League on Saturday. And that's what they were told life was. But again, the more you at least detach mentally. Some of us physically cannot detach from work. You have to work 40 hours or more. It is what it is. But when you do set aside that time to really pay attention and be vigilant to what's going on in the earth, you cannot unsee it. Especially when you go to the Most High sincerely, like, what's my purpose? What was my reason for being created? Why does the world hate people who look like me? When you sincerely ask those questions and you knock, and you gonna find.
You gonna find. You right about that. You right about that, man. But people, they're getting tired. You know what I'm saying? They trying to find any, you know, avenue where they can get some type of help because they know the road America is going down. Which brings me to this video right here. You know, it cracked me up when I seen it. I'm like, they trying to get help from anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Look rough.
Yeah, he do. But we're going to look at this video and we're going to come back and elaborate on it.
China, this is a plea from America. Please help us. We are not like our government leaders. Our government has been hijacked and taken over by cannibalistic pedophiles. These are grown men who eat real children. Please help us. There is nothing we can do. I am afraid for our future as a country. Please, China, please hear our words. Please help us.
And see, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people that's aware of what's going on. You know, but then you got people who like, oh, you know, I'm going to the goddamn club tonight. I'm not thinking about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, just hearing this, it's like, you know, a lot of people is thinking like that. China help. You know, Russia help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean,
they're helpless.
You got a lot of people who want to move abroad.
Right, yeah.
For reasons like this.
Yep, exactly. But, you know,
they know that this is not the way to have a productive, healthy future for the country. They know that the government is leading them on the path to destruction. But like he said, they're helpless. None of us can do anything about it because, first of all, the nation is divided.
Yep.
You know, the people are not on one accord. Plus, it's the Most High's will. So it's like, no matter what, there is no... I think this older black lady, and I don't know what her belief was, but she kind of made a video saying, y'all need to quit worrying about the news, what's going on, quit watching it, one of them type of people. But she did say, it ain't nothing you can do to change it. And if you want to try to change it, you are Antichrist. So all you can really do...
Exactly, right.
So all you can really do is repent and keep the commandments and be vigilant and lift up your voice like a trumpet. That's all you can really do because you can't tell them to stop eating kids.
Right, exactly.
If we had that kind of control, they wouldn't been doing it from jump. You know, we didn't know that island existed.
No.
Because we need passports to travel.
Exactly.
You know, they freely travel the world and somebody else pay for it.
Right.
You know, how do you get to the point where you own an island?
Exactly.
How do you ever looked at a map and it was some kind of little speck of island or a water mass, and it said United States territory. How did America decide that they own this ocean or this water territory or this island? How arrogant to say you own this water reservoir. If I ain't mistaken, I've thought about this so many times, but I'm going to say it out loud. Man cannot create water, right?
No, right.
All the water is here. God put it here. But we got to pay y'all for it. Yeah. Whether you paying for it in drinking water, whether you paying for it to come through your taps, whether you a fool like me and take your kids to the amusement park and pay $4 for a bottle of water. That's what happened yesterday with your girl.
Oh my goodness.
I was outdone. $4 for an Aquafina. I said, next time we come here, I'm doing like the Edomites and I'm packing a bag. This is outrageous.
Right.
That bothers me, paying for water. I got triggered. Sorry.
But as far as, you know, what my wife was saying about you can't do nothing about it, I got another video, and I had watched this video, and I'm like, yeah, it's basically, some things I done said before in the past, like you can't pray this away, ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? But keep the commandments. That's it. But we're gonna get to this video and we'll be right back.
Do we not realize that we are not going to be able to vote our way out of this? Or I don't think you guys understand the severity of what the fuck I'm talking about. We cannot vote our way out of this. You cannot vote your way out of unseen the shit that we have saw. You can't vote your way out of the bullshit that we've seen over the last 5 years, the racism, the bigotry, the feminine, all the shit, ICE. You can't vote your way out of this. How can you ever trust another politician? How could you ever trust a side? We cannot vote our way out of this. Stop fucking talking about midterms. We should not give a shit about midterms. Realistically, we should be holding every NFL, NBA, NHL, golf, fucking soccer. Everyone should be held accountable in sports right now. Because that's where the fucking money comes from. If all the athletes in the world stopped participating in sports, then maybe that would open an eye and we'd be a little less desensitized. We are not going to vote our way out of this shit. Every politician is dirty. There's no voting our way out of this. What the fuck is wrong with you people? There's no praying your way out of this. People pray every day. There's hundreds of millions of people in a church every fucking Sunday. You're not gonna pray your way out of this. What the hell is wrong with you people? I cannot fathom the amount of brainwash that has surrounded you people. Your nervous systems are cooked. The images, the things that are put in these emails, the font, the words, everything is the most disturbing shit we've ever seen. It's worse than any horror movie you can ever watch. And you guys are talking about midterms.
Man, we was just discussing as far as like, I didn't even get finished watching this video, but the video talked about brainwashing. We was just talking about that. Also, y'all done heard me say before that, they can't pray this shit away. You know what I'm saying? This is the Most High will. You can't pray. You are Antichrist. Thinking that, I want this. No, you going against what the Most High will is, and you can't. And you definitely can't vote this away or whatnot. You can. Okay, I'm gonna vote for the Republicans. Oh, the Republicans, they on bullshit. They racist. They pedophiles. So I'm gonna go back to the Democrats. Well, the Democrats, they never won for us in the first place. They was, this is the reason why we in the position we in right now. So It's like, come on, man, they all working together, man. The same, you got different wings, but the same damn bird. But people think it's hope. It's, no, it's a wrap.
Yeah, the so-called democracy here is finished.
Exactly.
Everybody know, for the most part, what time it is.
Exactly.
They
right.
all on one accord with the evil. That's for dang sure, and covering for each other in the what they call it. They call it forced opposition or controlled opposition. Like the people who so-called want to expose what's going on, that's their job. But they not really gonna do anything. Like like Rand Paul's, the people, the Bernie Sanders, the people who try to make it seem like they against the establishment. If they really was and they had some power, why we ain't seen no change? Because they not really against the establishment.
Exactly.
They're I think they call them controlled opposition. I think that's the term for it. Somebody even said that about Candace Owens. Like, she just controlled opposition. Like, nobody who has the power outside of the Most High God and him using a vessel like another country. Right. Who has the power to overthrow these people? If your name was on there, why haven't you been taken off work, snatched up out your bed at 2, 3 in the morning by the marshals or the feds, and put in Guantanamo or somewhere in an interrogation room till they get to the bottom of it? Because now they come take you. What's that law that they passed? The Patriot Act, where they could just come take you. Why don't just come take them?
Right. Exactly.
They know they was doing foul stuff on that island, and the locals probably did too, because I seen a video with like them interviewing some of the locals. Like, we would just see the planes and the jets coming, on the island. Like, you got all these local impoverished people, then you got these filthy millionaire, billionaire people who own the island. Y'all, the lucky ones, can get a job cleaning over there.
Right.
And y'all come over to this island bringing all that sin and evil spirits over there. Probably done took all kind of kids from over there too.
Yep.
Did whatever. All kind of evil. And then, if we're going to go with the narrative of Epstein was a small hats plant.
Right.
Then they set this up against their brother or their cousin, Babylon, Edomites. So, why don't y'all do something about it? Y'all control America anyway.
Exactly.
Y'all only wanted to basically start the gossip about it, but y'all don't want to stop it. Because y'all been exposed too. Exactly. Remember, they the sewer rats.
Yeah.
That was under the ground doing with mattresses under the ground. What you need a mattress underground for?
They was doing. I mean, and it's been whistleblowers, from that community or whatever, that's been telling, like, this is what they had the mattresses down there for, and
the same stuff they was doing on Epstein Island is the same thing that the small hats here in America was doing in them underground tunnels that they found underground. I just seen a video the other day. They was going through, I want to say New York, interviewing a bunch of small hat men, and they was like, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Why y'all ain't at work? Why y'all ain't got no jobs? What y'all do for a living?
Yeah, I seen that video. I know what you're talking about.
And they was like, we read Torah.
Right. One of them said, yeah, my wife works.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
One of them said his wife worked. That's very masculine. And all the other ones like, we read Torah. They get paid to read Torah.
Yeah.
They don't even work.
Nope, they sure don't.
So,
it's crazy.
What's really going on? What was the point of y'all even exposing them if y'all wasn't even going to do nothing about it? Maybe this is another distraction.
Exactly, right. Exactly. But it's been good, y'all. We're going to go on and get up out of here. That's our time. Shout out to Brother Lindsay, Brother Arab, Brother Huey. We have somebody else in here.
Ted Baker?
Ted Hiker.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to him. I don't know. I'm guessing he might be a Edomite or something. Shit.
Shalom, thanks for pulling up.
But same time next week, Most High willing. Y'all know anything can happen around here on the old family. But y'all keep the commandments. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. Stay vigilant, and we'll see y'all next week. Most High willing.
Most High willing.
Shalom.
Shalom, Zion.